Today's letter is H, and H is for honeybees. Honeybees are really not from America. They came over from Europe. And the thing about honeybees that we all love is they make so much honey. Now they're making that for their food, that along with some of the pollen that they get. It's a way that it's a very, what did I want to say, concentrated food. It has a lot of energy and a lot of good nutrients in it, and that's why we're wise to use honey. And actually, a well-managed honeybee hive has enough for both of us, enough to keep the hive going and enough for human beings to get some of that honey and to eat it on your toast or stir it in your coffee or however it is that you use honey. Now, honeybees are much smaller than our native bumblebees, and they congregate in very large colonies. And they go out during the daytime. Interestingly, when they move hives, which they often do because people actually want the bees to be there to pollinate their crops, they put them on trucks and they move them at night, because the honeybees come back to the colony, back to the hive at the end of the day, and they don't go out again at night. So they congregate there. When they want to move them, they move them at night, and then if they haven't reached their destination yet, they just park during the day, let the bees go out and gather their honey, their nectar and stuff to make honey out of wherever they happen to be, knowing they're going to come back at night, and then they go on until they reach their destination, always traveling at night. Beekeepers wear suits so that they don't get stung. Now, generally, they learn to handle the honeybees where not all the honeybees are trying to attack them, but you do have all these bees swarming around, and you could very easily have an unpleasant incident. So they wear these suits so that it protects them from the stray bee that might end up stinging them. Honeybees do a tremendous amount of pollination. They're very important. Even though they're not from America, they do a huge amount of work for our farmers so that we have food to eat, because that pollination has to happen with the flowering plants, which a lot of our food comes from flowering plants. Each colony, each hive has one queen bee. The workers are the other females, but they don't lay the eggs, just the queen does. And then the drones manage to carry and pass on the genetic material, which allows them to continue to reproduce in a way that's healthy. So when you see bees out gathering honey, you're looking at the female bees, but somewhere in that hive is the queen bee. She doesn't go out and work. They take care of her, and she puts out so many eggs you would not believe it. So H is for honeybees.